Today I will tell you about our weekend trip to Bieszczady Mountains. Those mountains in the south of Poland, which are the Mecca of bikers, are located close to the border with Ukraine. There will be a ride over suspended bridge, a car fire at Szybowisko airport, a ferry journey across the river, and crossing the river with the motorcycle drowning. Stay with us. First, I will present the crew. Here they are.
Hi guys, we are in the Bieszczady Mountains now. In front of us in this forest we have Ghrig heights. Then we have behind us we have so-called Beggar Passo, Przełęcz Żebrak. This is the road which is partly gravel, partly tarmac, so it's not that bad to drive. We had just mud not so far from us, and we are with 4 colleagues which are testing the road with us. Guys, can you introduce yourself?
Hey, yo soy Miguel de Radom.
So we have a guy, the first one, the second one.
Second one is Mike.
Hello, my name is Rodo.
Что?
Verboten.
Что?
Что он хотел сказать?
Okay, as you see, the guys are very communicative. We have great communication. We use Cardo units in our helmets. Cardo, hope you will sponsor us next time.
Bachtok boat, it's the best one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you can see the guy is doing the bird. And we have first bikers on this road. Welcome bikers.
From Polish guys.
So guys, that's it from this update now. Sunny Sunday, October 2020 in COVID. Sorry we don't have mask, only one of us has a mask. Take a look.
Hello.
We will start by entering the Bieszczady Mountains from the north. On the bicycle path is a suspended bridge for bicycles that crosses the Sun River. And since the motorbike is a bicycle only with an attached motor, we also managed to cross the bridge. The ride is strange because the bridge wobbles and you feel like you are in the rocking sea. There are ropes on both sides, so it is better not to hesitate. There are boards under the wheels that are not the newest ones, so you ride like on the ladder. Interestingly, other vehicles also ride the bicycle bridge. We also saw the pickup car, but were unable to film it. Polish carriage has no limits. Later, there was a ferry that looked like fresh new from the factory. The entrance to the ferry was not very safe, because the exit from the road was very steep, but we managed. On the ferry, we were able to talk to the ferryman, Mr. Roman. He is having about 10 rides a day, and when the water is low, he must push the ferry with a stick. The journey did not take long. We had interesting conversations with Roman about various passengers. One of them tried to cross the river himself. He managed to the middle of the river with ferry and his car, but could not go further. As Roman noticed that, he had to take the boat and save him. On the other side of the river, the road is not in use and is muddy at first. However, we passed the whole road without any problems. Being in Bieszczady, we decided to reach the very end of Poland, the so-called corner. How to get there? In Stuposiany village, you should turn to Muczne and drive as far to Tarnowa Dolna village. On the way, we passed the border guards because the border with Ukraine and with the European Union is even a kilometer from the road. The village is known in Bieszczady because during the communist era, young Jaroszewicz, prime minister's son, with dignitaries often came to the villa in Muczne and organized hunting for wild deers. Behind Muczne, the road breaks down because it has not been renovated since the communist era and turns into off-road trail. This is not a problem for our bikes. On the left, few hundred meters we already have Ukraine. Due to wild nature, Bieszczady mountains were hardly accessible. That's why the communist authorities in the past had recreation and hunting centers here. Edward Ghrig, the party first secretary, also used to come here. It was for him wooden dachas were built on the hill in the village of Trójca. Each cottage has wooden furnitures, couple of rooms, and a room with fireplace. And because Ghrig liked to fish, the path on nearby river was changed to make fish ponds where he hung out as soon he had time to come to Trójca. After the political change, for a short time, there was a refugee center here, and now the villas are managed by the Arłamów Hotel. To the Second War, there are displaced Ukrainian villages around, so area is completely empty. Arłamów Hunting Center took up many hectares of forests and fields. It was surrounded by a special fence that allowed the deers to enter, but was already blocking its escape. This is the place where Lech Wałęsa was imprisoned. Nowadays, modern hotel and spa cannot complain for lack of guests. A river crosses our path. It's worth crossing it and seeing what's next. The stream is quite strong, and surface under the water is uneven. This looked like 50 meters of risky driving. We stopped in front of the river and discussed what to do. First, I go on foot and check how deep it is and how slippery the ground is. After checking, I decided to go back and forth. Checking the surface is standard procedure when crossing the water. We do a lot of pictures and movies from this moment. Riding through water is always something special. However, if the stones are slippery, you have to drive slowly and let the bike choose the path. If there is a strong stream, small deviation from the course is better than trying too strong to correct it. We play back and forth in the water until we are ready to move on. It takes some time, and we are very excited. Finally, we decide to go further, but we meet another ford on the river. This one is especially long. We will have clean bikes. Then, after crossing it, we see another. Look like whole road will be like that. Oops, what a surprise! Another one! And another one. We start to lose track where we are. Plenty kilometers passed since we saw last village. Maybe we are already in Ukraine, and soon some soldiers will stop us. But the river does not give up. We have another crossing in front of us. On one of the last fords on the river, a slippery ground causes Mike's motorcycle to capsize. Mike shut off the engine, so no water went to cylinders. We quickly pick up the bike and pull it ashore. Fortunately, the only injury is a detriment to Mike's honor. Last one, Miguel Radom, comes through the slippery crossing unharmed. Just his shoes are wet. As you see, we fired up without problems. Then we visited the famous glider airfield in Bezmichowa. The place is famous for its beautiful views of the entire mountains. The road goes steeply uphill. There is a jump at the very top. The car is on fire. It looks like the fire brigade has a job here to be done. As you can see, we didn't run out of impressions. See you next time.